Good evening, everyone. Today we'll be learning about CSS basics. We'll continue from there. CSS, as you people know, it is cascading style sheet. That is the abbreviation of it. When we start writing CSS, we need to make sure that we learn the basics of it. As I said, syntax. If you have watched my previous videos, I've explained what the syntax is all about. What do we need as a syntax? First comes selector, flower bracket open, property, colon value, semicolon, property, colon value. We can write it in single line, but preferably all the CSS developers try to follow this one. Property value, no double quotes. Selector, we need to learn the selector. Okay, this is the basic syntax of CSS. Based on where we write the program, that is the CSS, it is being categorized into 3 levels of CSS. If you get this question, it's simple. It is trying to ask you where are you writing it. It is inline styling. Inline styling. B, internal styling. C, external styling. Inline styling is achieved using attribute. Internal styling is achieved using the style tag. This is style attribute. External styling is achieved with the file which is with CSS extension. So inline styling can be achieved using style attribute. Internal styling can be achieved with style tag. External styling is achieved with the file which is .css. Now we need to understand the different types of selectors. When it comes to selectors, we have element selector, or you can call it as a tag selector. B, class selector. C is ID selector. And D is optional, which we call it as universal class selector. So D is optional whenever you face an interview on CSS. This is my favorite interview questions. Also, levels of styling based on where we write it. Inline styling, internal, external. Different types of selectors, that is this one. It might be a tag or element selector, class selector, ID selector, and universal. You can ignore this one. Okay. This is about this. Now it's time to learn each one of them. I'll go to my HTML, CSS, and I'll call it as CSS intro. So this is CSS. Perfect. This is the basic syntax, levels of, I'm not discussing about CSS 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. I'm not discussing in detail with versions. We'll deep dive into it later. Good. This is the basic. Now, this video will consist about inline, internal, and external styling. And the next video will be discussing about the element selectors. That is element, class selector, ID selector, and more. So let me create one more file and let me explain you people about inline and internal. Inline styling and internal. HTML tag. It's always the best practice to write HTML tag. And also when it comes to HTML, I'm not discussing about any specific version, which we will do it down the line. So what is required? HTML, head and body. and preferably a title tag. Preferably in head tag. Let me write 5 paragraphs, and let me explain you what is inline styling and what is internal styling. P tag, hello world. CSS1.html. This is a basic HTML file. And let me check. Yes, we have it. Let me run this. Okay, we have 5 paragraphs. Now, let me explain you the inline styling. So how do we achieve inline styling? Let me take this. Inline styling is used with the support of attribute. Hope you remember HTML basics from yesterday's session or the previous session. Style attribute with a value. Now it's property value. So style attribute with value. Here we need to specify property value semicolon, font size 45 pixels semicolon. Save the HTML. This is inline styling, means it is having the highest priority. Who will be applied? Inline styling will be applied first. If it doesn't find inline styling, you should go, it will search for internal and then it will search for external. So let me go with that. The remaining paragraphs, if you want to have the same color, you need to type it in each paragraph because it is inline styling. But writing is not a deal. What if someone wants to change the color? That's where internal styling will help us. Let me write the internal styling. Preferably in the head tag, you'll have style tag. And I have explained you the basic syntax. Paragraph selector means it is an element, or you can call it as a tag. Write P, then the color. I'll go with gray, and then font size for now is 25 pixels. Now observe, this is internal styling. What will happen now? The remaining paragraphs will be applied with this one, which is easy now. Can you see this? Now, this is internal. Now it's easy. I want to change the color. Hash 0125 FF. Can you see this? It's working for all the 4 together. 009 DDC. Hexa value, I'll explain it in some other day. Now this is your internal styling. But what is the problem with internal styling? There is nothing problem. But if I want the same styling for multiple files, then create an external CSS, save it in .css format, and then apply it. Okay, so let us learn that now. Okay, this is inline styling. You need to practice this with syntaxes. Inline, highest priority. Internal will be the next one, apply if inline is not present. If both are not present, if you have the reference to external CSS, that will be applied. So we'll learn that now. So let me do this. I'll close this both. I'll go to my folder and let me create 2, 3. I'll have 3. I'll call this one as page 1, page 2, and page 3. I have 3 HTML files. Let me open this one after the other. Page 1. I'll remove this also. Page 1. Page 2. Page 3. I would request everyone to be on mute. Thank you. We have 3 pages now, and we want to have one style. I'll call this one as main.css. Now, using the selector P, color, red, font size 45 pixels. I'll save this as main.css. It's a CSS file. This file has to be linked with your HTML, all the 3. How do we link it? Link attribute with link tag, which is a self-closing tag. It will have 2 attributes, rel and href, preferably in the same order. The value is style sheet. Now it is main.css. Let me save this and let me copy this line. Save it. Done. Now it's time to page 1. You can see the color applied. Great. Page 2 applied. Great. Page 3 applied, and it looks what we expect. Now if I want to change it, all the 3 pages can be changed at once. Just go to the CSS file and apply your color #009 BDC and with 20 pixels. Okay. I'll save it the CSS. I'll refresh it. Applied, refresh it, applied, and refresh it, applied. Once for all, it is applied. Good. This is about inline, internal, and external styling. External styling. This is what I explained in this video and the basic syntax. So in the next video, we'll be learning about different types of selectors, how to write it, and how to apply it. Thank you for watching this video.